updo versus don't do?
Ooh. Updo is always a winner. Everyone wants to look different. With downdo, you can do downdo on a regular day. I know girls that every day they always have hair down, like that's just standard. So it might not be so special. I'd say updo because you can't do that on a normal day.
Absolutely. If a bride is really confused on what look to go for her wedding, she hasn't really gotten her dress, she's not sure, she's seen thousands of pictures on your page on Instagram, but she doesn't just know, what would be the direction that bride should take on choosing what kind of updo?
Okay, I mean, what I would say is most women already know what suits their face shape. So face shape really matters a lot because some people, you have diamond, you have oval, you have round face, you know, you have heart shape. So sometimes some people say, I don't like center parting because when I wear center parting, my face looks really round or my face looks really chubby or I have a massive jawline. So I just tend to go with what they're already used to. So I'm like, what do you normally wear? A side part or a center part? Okay, you wear side. Where do you normally wear the side? That's what I asked you as well. Do you wear on the left or on the right? Some people say, oh, my photo side is my left. All right then, so let's pull your left out for the photos. Some people say, oh, this is my right. Do you understand? And some people like center as well. Some people say, oh, I have forehead. Like I have a massive forehead. Can you cover my forehead, please? I'm like, yeah, sure. We'll do that for you. Literally. And some people, they like the face. I want the hair up. The face looks. So we just basically go with what they already used to on a normal day. Because you don't want to do something different on your wedding day because you look back and be like, why did I go for something that I'm not comfortable with? So you just go with what you already like.
Okay. Now for our natural brides out there, is natural hairstyling for natural hair, is that difficult?
I mean, say like a year ago, I didn't like natural hair, but this year I've done a lot of natural hair shoots. Oh, so exciting! Like
I've just seen your last shoot. It was so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, natural hair. I did used to think you can't do anything. I was like, natural hair, no. Nappy hair, 4C, 3C. I don't even want to know. So I was like anti natural hair, but then this year, because I had a lot of brides, people are transitioning now to natural hair, and they're like, what can we do? I don't want to relax my hair, I don't want to use this closure, I don't want to use this front. I'm like, so what do you want to use? My current state of mind is creating solutions. You know, if you've got problems, don't worry, we'll find a solution for you. So I then did a series of photo shoots focusing on natural bridal hair, and all the hairstyle that you're doing with, you can do with natural hair.
So can you achieve this with the natural hair?
Not quite. Not quite. I wish you can, but you know, your hair is just not going to stand. I guess you can have natural hair flowing down, but it's not going to be wavy, unfortunately. But you can do like the buns, the uplift side, and all the curls and stuff with natural hair.
That's interesting. Are trials really, really important?
That's a very tricky question. When I started, I did a lot of trials, and that's because, you know, sometimes your client don't believe in you as much, but it's now to a point where they see the work, they see consistency, and they see that photos after photos, the hair looks, you know, reasonably nice. So they then believe so much because they think, oh, I'm trying to save money. I know she can do any hair. Like she literally does all sorts, and there's so much variety as well. So they know that, you know, I don't need to get her to do a trial. So I don't do trials as much. At all. I don't think I've actually done any trial this year, if I can remember off the top of my head.
That says a lot for your work.
Yeah, so I don't do trials now, and I tell them that you can do trial if you want, but it's not that important, so to speak, if you're trying to save money.
So for our non-African viewers, for people who are not going to use extensions, not going to use weaves, they don't have natural, you know, thick African hair, what kind of prep should people be, you know, doing, brides do, you know, to prepare for the day? What kind of hair care?
I mean, for Afro-Caribbean client, I would say just, you know, wash your hair, say 2 days before the event. So don't wash it fresh, because what people do is, oh, hi Charis, I have fresh hair for you, I just washed it this morning. I'm like, oh really? That's not really helpful, because dirty hair is quite nice. I know it sounds a bit silly and disgusting, but that's why we try to create texture, because when the hair is nice and clean, it's really feathery, it's so soft, we can't really take hold of the hair.
Yeah.
So hair that's been washed maybe 2 days before the event,
Yes.
kind of it works quite well because it's not disgusting, it's not
Yeah.
smelly, but it's not exceptionally clean. If that makes
Okay.
sense. So that would be the first step. And then in terms of building volume, we can always use mousse. In terms of building texture as well, you can use a texture spray. You can also backcomb the hair.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can do with Caucasian hair, so to speak.
Okay. So, when would you advise brides to book their bridal hairstylist? How much in advance?
I mean, as well, it depends on who you're booking. If you're booking a bridal stylist that has a very good reputation and is quite known, I would say, I'll say book as soon as you know the date. A year in advance or as soon as you know, because some people just pick the dates 3 months before the wedding date. So just do as soon as you know your wedding date.
All right. Okay. So, in your case, what is your diary looking like? When is your next available slot?
Okay, at the moment, summer is almost booked. So say from May, June, July, August, those 4 months, they're like high profile months, I'd say. So if you're looking to book for July, August, they're only like literally like 1 weekend left in those months. So you want to kind of get on with it ASAP. But if you're, say, getting married in November or say January on the other end, then you can relax.
So you're already feeding into 2018. You just said January like it was this January, 2018. Can you imagine?
You can just relax and just, go with the flow.
Okay. So what is your advice on booking the right bridal hairstylist?
Okay, wow. I mean, my advice would be, talking from my point of view, if I was getting married now, I would say I would have to look through the portfolio and look at the consistency, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Are they naturally good, or is it that, oh, this is good, next 5 photos, what's going on? So that's already like, something's dodgy here. Because some people, you just get it like, oh, today I'm good. Tomorrow. So, I mean, I would say look through the portfolio and look at the consistency and say, okay, yeah, she's overall, her work is really good. And also referrals as well. Ask your friends, ask people that have already been married, how was the service? Or have you used Charis Hair before? What's her personality like? Because if their attitude is not good, it's really going to ruin your day. You're meeting a stranger, so to speak, on your wedding day. So you want to get reviews.
Okay, that's actually really good advice. So consistency, guys, and referrals. Always speak to people. Do your research before you book your bridal hairstylist, before you book over here. So let's move on to the wedding day itself. How does the wedding hair stay flawless all day? Whether it be an updo or a downdo, after all the pictures, as you said, the climate, depending on where you are, it might be windy, it might be hot. What do you use, or how does the hair stay flawless all day?
I mean, you have to know your products, definitely. So this is mainly to do with bridal stylists out there. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know your product so well. You have to know the equipment, your tongs, different kind of jobs. They all do different kind of jobs. Some heat setting as well. If you don't use the proper heat setting, the curl is not going to hold. If you use tacky products because you're trying to save money, not very good. So know your products. If you use the right products on the right hair, then you're going to get the right results.
How easy is it to change a look from a church look or whatever the first ceremony is to the reception look or the next, order ceremony?
I mean, I would say if the hairstylist knows what she or he's doing, you get there very quickly. Because already you've already prepped the hair in the morning, you've curled it, you've done all that, you put it in a bun, automatically the hair is already conditioned in such a way that it has soft waves. So all you have to do is actually recurl it, just to give it a little bit of uplift in the physical look, if that makes sense. So it's not that you're actually starting to blow dry and you're starting to use mousse, trying to create texture. Everything has already been done in the morning. So it's just a situation where you're dropping the hair and you're just kind of, tweaking this hair left and right, curling any dangling beat or any haggard looking flyaways, and then just putting everything together. So everything can be done in, say, 20 to 30 minutes if you know what you're doing very well.
Okay, so second to the last question of the day. I really don't want you to go, man. I'm learning so much, literally. So Why is it that we don't see a lot of brides with color? And what is your advice for brides who want to introduce color into their wedding day?
I love color because with color the hair looks nicer, it shows more. But unfortunately a lot of colored women are very hesitant, if that makes sense, in trying color, because sometimes our skin tone, if you're more of the warm tone, or maybe you have red undertones or you have yellow undertones, some hair color doesn't look nice to you. So, and the thing is with hair color, it's like a hit and miss with our skin tone. So it's either it looks really good or it doesn't look really good. And also some of the hairstylists these days don't know how to color hair very well. So sometimes the blonde, maybe you're going for warm honey blonde, it might just turn out to be harsh brassy blonde. And on your wedding day, that is a mess. It's not good. So people are quite scared of trying color.
I guess speaking for myself, I usually wear color, but on my wedding day, I wanted just black hair, but I did have red hair. I had red hair, literally like this curls, on my wedding day. What advice can you give for brides to stand out, with their bridal hair on their wedding day?
Advice I would say is go for a nice hairpiece. Because I can't do every bride, unfortunately. And it's not every bridal hairstylist that are adventurous or creative with hairstyling. So you can actually go for a very simple hairstyle, but your hairpiece could just be the vibe of it. You could just go woof. Like you could do like a nice simple bun, and you could just have the most magnificent hairpiece on there. So I'd say hairpiece, and don't do too much as well, because a lot of people are like, give me all the curls, just make it. I'm like, okay. I mean, if I was a bride, I would most likely do simple hair.
Less is more.
Absolutely. Or go for a creative bridal stylist, that could give you something different, not something that looks like 1,001 other brides out there.
So, i.e. book Charis Hair. So, just moving on from advice. Okay, so what is your top advice for brides to be out there? What advice would you give them as they're going through the wedding planning process?
Wow. Tough question.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, what I'd say is take a step one at a time. It's going to be a long time planning the wedding, and it's also going to go by really quickly. And so I'd say be organized. Have a wedding folder, or have alarms going on for you. But I'd say be organized. Have your tick list where you can just go by as you're going. Also book your vendors. And also note that when you're having a conversation with a vendor, it doesn't mean you're booked. You have to make sure you secure your place with a deposit. That is very important. I think that's the most important advice, to be honest.
Okay, so before we go, what advice would you give loads of hairstylists out there that want to go into this business, whether it be bridal hair or styling hair for a living? What is your key advice to them to step into this industry?
What I'd say is never give up. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very tiring. Never give up. Never stop trying. Never stop being creative. Keep pushing. It's very difficult. I'm not even going to lie. It's not it's not a bed of roses, certainly, but you're going to meet loads of challenges and fights along the way. No one's gonna like you. They're not gonna like you to start with, because you have only 10 followers. Everyone's gonna look at you. Sorry, I don't want to do a shoot with you. You're gonna get loads of rejection. No one's gonna post your work to start with. They'll be like, what's she doing? She's not known. People are not going to book you as well, because they look at you, 10 followers. Sorry, mate, I want someone with 30,000 followers. So you'd get loads of what should I say, roadblocks like that. But keep pushing, and never stop being creative, because then when you're bringing something different, that's what people want to see. At the same time, this is really emotional for me, because I'm talking from a place of experience.
Because you've been there and you've established yourself, you've reached more than 30,000
people looked down on me when I started.
Wow.
The known hairstylists, known popular hairstylists, they looked down on me, and I'm like,
look at me now.
I'm like,
Look at me now. Literally.
I'm like, got this,
Yeah.
you know, yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tola, for coming. Honestly, thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having
I hope
me.
she's helped brides out there decide what kind of hair look, what kind of hair you should be using. Brazilian, Peruvian. No, get your Cambodian ladies.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Tola has a gift for someone, and also she's got a discount rate for someone. But if you want that gift or discount rate, you have to like, comment, and most importantly, you need to share this video with the hashtag Charis Hair times Wura Manola. Everything is going to be listed down below. So if you want a gift specially from Tola, and if you also want a discount rate on one of her services, please share this video and use the hashtag. So thank you so much, Tola, and I hope I'll see you again on my channel.
Yes.
So thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.